What's up, everybody? This is Kenny Cummins here. You're chilling with Kenny C right here on tmvcafe.com, bringing you entertainment to your ears. My next guest coming to you from South Carolina, representing, giving you the country vibes, the hip hop vibes, country city twerk, and backwards boogie. Those are his latest singles available on the streaming platforms. And he's got a very cool name too, man, especially with the music that he presents. Granddaddy Lo is joining me right now. How's it going?
What's going on? What's going on?
Good, man. Good to have you on the show, man. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I just want to it's country girl twerk and back roads boogie.
Back roads boogie. Gotcha.
Yes,
And yeah, absolutely, man. So we're definitely gonna talk about these songs in just a little bit, man. But first things first, how did you get started into music? How did it start off for you?
So music for me started as a young child, being raised in church. I was in like on the dance team and in the choir. And then, I used to write poems. So rhyming started writing poems to little girlfriends in class back then. And then when I got older, I just learned how to put it all into a cadence. Of course, falling in love with the music from Michael Jackson, and then I wanted to make music that I wanted to hear. So I said, let me put my hand in it and see what I can do.
That's cool, man. You definitely bringing the combination of hip hop and country together, and hearing some of your music that you put out, man. It's bop. It's a bop, as kids like to say.
For
I'm
sure.
definitely digging these songs, Back Roads Boogie and Country's Girl Twerk.
Hmm.
So both of those songs are available on all the streaming platforms. Um, so I see you serve in the Army National Guard for 11 years.
Yes, sir.
Um, so two deployments under your belt. Um, so before I go further with the music questions, I just want to say salute to you
Appreciate
and to everybody that has served. Um, so truly appreciate you and everyone for your honor and your dedication, uh, for your bravery. Uh, so much much respect to you and to everyone involved, man. So obviously, I mean, we have seen hip hop and country, cross paths.
you.
Whether it's artists from different genres joining forces, or whether we have had artists like yourself combining two genres. Um, so, what, as far as your bringing these two together, um, was as far as bringing those two together, what was it like? Just was you a hip hop before country, or was it the other side? Like, just talk a little bit about what made you decide, what, I can bring these two genres together per se.
Hmm. So for me, it first started off as rap, as I like to say. Really out here in the rap community, doing my thing. But the more I got to explore the rap community, I could see that it was just I feel like people really lost their way. Most of the music wasn't talking about anything, and then some of the places that I would end up, I would feel very uncomfortable. And it really just didn't make any sense. And so I really come from the back roads. I'm originally from Forest City, North Carolina, and so I grew up on all types of music. And yeah, I'm really a country boy. So I was just like, man, I like to tell stories in my music. So and then I like to dance as well. So let me put both of those together. give you those country vibes. Country music tells stories. And then hip hop music or rap has that delivery, has that bounce that's going to get you moving. You know what I'm saying? Add both of those together, and you got a secret sauce that really can't be defeated, in my opinion. So I wanted to put those two together, and then I take it as like bridging gaps between two different communities. Some people listen to country, and then some people listen to hip hop, and then you find those people where you can bridge them, and then once you bring those communities together through your music, then therefore you create your own audience, your own platform, and your own fan base.
Well said, man. And you said it perfectly. Bridging the gap. Um, Feels like more and more artists are putting two genres together and making it their own per se. And
Mm-hmm.
you do indeed got the sauce as it pertains to your music. It resonates. It's got the clubs going. It's got the bars going. It's got the saloons going.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely shows how versatile you are. Like your music can be put anywhere. It can be anywhere. On any given night, even given day, man, and it shows. Um, I definitely dig the tunes, man. Um, I want to start off with Backroads Boogie. Let's
Mm-hmm.
start off with that. Talk a little bit of how that song came to be.
So Backroads Boogie, it really came. My guy, his name is Jay Shirts. He made the instrumental, and at that time, I was looking for a new sound, and then I had a couple of other songs with him, and then I heard this one, and I'm just like, man, I like this song. And then I'm not the type of person to waste no time. I hit him up immediately. Hey, I need the exclusives to this instrumental. What it's gonna cost me, I need them. So I was writing a song, and I'd have made it through the first two verses, and I got to the end. I was like, man, in today's music, three verses is kind of like it's doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Because people have short attention spans. So I got to the end. I was like, man, I gotta do something because I don't want to write a third verse, but the song still keeps going. So I need a dance. So I had somebody in front of me, and I was like, do some steps, and I'm gonna write out the lyrics as you do the steps. And so as they did the steps, I just wrote out the lyrics to the dance, and then I was like, okay, I need to extend the dance some more. And so I just reversed them and then put them back in, and then bam, there you have it. Backroads Boogie was born. And then first it started off in I actually started off in hip hop open mics, going to open mics, with all the hip hop artists and stuff like that. And then, I would show up, cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and they like, man, who is this guy? But when I got on the mic and I started doing my song and doing my dance, man, you will see everybody get up. They want to dance with me. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now I need to go to some other places. Let me go to the breweries. Let me go to the country clubs. And I walk in there, and they like, man, who is this black cat in this in this cowboy hat and these boots? And then I get on the mic. I start dancing and singing my song. They doing it with me. I'm like, man, I think I got something right here. You know what I'm saying? Just like your shirt say, I got this. so I started just going from there, and then ever since then, it's been a uphill uh, journey.
That has to be very satisfying.
For
Like
sure.
when somebody sees you perform for the first time, and then 30, 45 seconds in, especially when they get to that hook,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, okay, we with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The cowboy hat caught people off guard, but don't as the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. You
Yeah,
know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? Especially in hip hop, because people be like, man, what's this guy gonna do? And then you hear this guy. I'm like, okay, we with you, man. You know, we walking with Granddaddy Lo.
Hmm.
So that has to be cool, man. Just like make it, I think that's very authentic as well because it feels like, man, we really with this dude. So
Hmm.
just, it's cool, man. It's a good look, man. So catching fans like that, you know what I'm saying? So I love it, man. Definitely
Hmm.
love it. So it's good vibe. So you mentioned as you was the song process, we all living in times, we used to have the three verses songs,
Hmm.
three verses in a song, 80s, 90s, and then we get into the 2000s. Now we're going from three verses to two verses. Short attention span, perhaps.
Hmm.
Yeah. How you feeling about music in general as it pertains to going from the traditional three songs to three verses to now the two? Is it an attention? Is it just an attention span, or is it more than that?
I feel like it's not only the attention span, but it's really like how people are really shifting the culture. A lot of people they don't really pay attention that long to a lot of things, and especially if you aren't really talking to. So, in my opinion, when it comes to rap music, a lot of artists aren't talking about anything. Like literally, you don't have a subject. You're not telling a story. Your music isn't painting a picture for me. You just rapping and rhyming, and you're getting yourself hyped. So we don't want to listen to three verses worth of that. We want to get in, listen to the beat, and then 9 times out of 10, we really don't care what you're saying, and then boom, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it's other genres of music too. Like I've been moving around and going to trail rides, and a lot of those Southern soul music songs can have those three verses still. So it really depends on what you're talking about in your song. You know what I'm saying? A lot of music isn't relative. It's not getting you through everyday life. It's just for the hype. You know what I'm saying? So I think it depends on the situation that you're trying to or the mood that you're trying to get yourself in.
That definitely makes sense. It definitely feels like with a lot of music, is that you're just trying to create a buzz, and it's like the game of baseball. You're just trying to hit a single and just hope it works. And feels like people fall for anything these days. Uh,
Hmm.
and we live in social media era. We had YouTube. Now it's like TikTok, and yeah, so that's definitely where the short attention span really kicks in. So if you have that catchy beat, catchy hook,
Hmm.
then you have something. It used to be hard to really put out a song. Now it feels like anybody can do it. Even social media influencers can just come out of nowhere with no talent and just put out a song.
And
Uh,
it's really that easy.
yeah, it's not even challenging anymore. It's not even the days that you had to put out a demo and just hope somebody will listen. So
Hmm.
it's I get what you're saying, man. Like it's hard out here. It's making it real challenging for the next generation of musicians.
Hmm.
Um, so all we can do is hope that people listen some content, some substance, and hope that resonates with people because it's definitely gonna get a lot harder
Hmm.
for the next um, generation of musicians. Um, so let's talk about this next track, man. Country Girl Work. Let's
Yes,
talk about
sir.
that. So it looked like you had a lot of fun with this song. Talk a little bit about it, man.
Man, I'm still having fun. You know, the fun has just begun because we're actively shooting a music video, which this Saturday we're in part 2 of it. But Country Girl Twerk literally birthed from the 3 words that the song is named, Country Girls Twerking. Like I can't express it enough. I don't mean to be, I don't care how nobody else thinks. There's nothing when you go to a trail ride, when you go to a country club and you see a nice country girl who's thick and she's just out there, she's doing a thing. You know what I'm saying? Twerk to me is just another form of dance, self-expression, however you want to call it. Some people not with it, some people are. But man, that's what it's about. I wanted to see those ladies who was out there grooving. I want them to groove to my vibes. So I want to give them something that they can twerk to. You know what I'm saying? In the song, I say, girl, you got that thing to make a cowboy say please. And then when I'm performing, I get on my knees and I find the baddest country ladies in the crowd and I get on my knees and I beg them, please, please. Like, and then it's something about when a man getting on their knees and begging a woman, please, then they just they give you what you asking for. So, man, that song for me was it really just came from just wanting to have fun. You know, I took a lot of inspiration from New Orleans bounce music and stuff like that. You know, where they really get down and groove down there, and then I added it into the mix. That comes from studying the playing field and where I want the music to grow to, and the vibes that I want to bring back to my area. So that's really about it from there. Well, for Country Girl Twerk.
Bringing the New Orleans feel to this track. And I will say, a woman does answer to please.
Yes.
Like not just twerk, but just simple things in general. Like, can you do this for me, please?
Yeah, that's
If
using
I feel
manners.
like if you don't say please the first time, they're gonna be like, I don't know. So that's the magic word. You go to a club, go to a bar, go to a saloon, like, you know, introduce yourself, things like that, get in a conversation. And
Mm-hmm.
then, you gotta have fellas, you gotta say the word please. At least,
Oh,
at
for
least the
sure.
first you got to. Because otherwise you gonna be in the world trouble.
Oh,
uh
sure. It's something about that word please, man. You use your manners. Like my girl Samaya said, it's something about please. The man
yeah,
on his knees saying please.
yeah, that's when Southern hospitality coming. I'm born in Mississippi. I'm lived in the South for most of my life. Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in the Midwest in Ohio. Now I've been in Kentucky for most of my life now. So
Mm-hmm.
it's Southern hospitality, it's Southern etiquette 101. I don't know how they do it in the East. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how they're doing in the West. I mean, you gotta have please regardless. But in the South, in the dirty,
Mm-hmm.
you know, gotta use the word please.
For
Um,
sure.
that is your PSA from Granddaddy Lo and Kenny C here. Go check out the song he just mentioned. Music video is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the hit for the summer. Get the warm weather. You know, everything, man. It's vibing, man. Vibing to the both of these tracks. So you got anything else in the works as we approach the summer season? Maybe some shows that you got coming up, or anything else in particular?
Man, I have a slew of shows. Even this weekend, Juneteenth weekend is a packed weekend for me. I got a show downtown Spartanburg, South Carolina, tomorrow, which will be Friday. I have a show and no, I have a music video shoot in North Carolina Saturday, and that's the second half of Country Girl Twerk. And then this Sunday, which is Father's Day, I have I'm performing in I think it's like the 25th annual NCAA Juneteenth festival event in Marietta, Georgia. Thanks to the boss lady Yolanda Marshall for the network with that. I just put on. It's good that you mentioned Mississippi. I'm actually talking to somebody right now about going down to Mississippi. It's a show where they have like Mississippi and Louisiana people linked together, and I want to go. And if I get a chance, if I'm able to have a chance to perform my music, that's even better. But so I do have more music that's on the way. I have a song called Ride that's featuring my nephew who's 11. I have a song called Have Some Fun that's on the way with my daughter who is 5, about to be 6. So we're taking this country hip hop thing and not only attracting the older people and the mature people, but I have something for the children as well. And then my biggest thing right now is slapping people in the mouth for singles. I'm not too much worried about EPs or albums because I'm working to build my fan base. And as an independent artist, it's easier to market and really put out singles and blow them up. And then once you gain that fan base and that audience that's actively listening to your music and you have those numbers, then I'll focus on albums then.
That's awesome, man. He bringing the family in the music too, man. You know,
that's what it's all about.
Man, it's a family thing. Family, it's love, man. Shout out to the fathers. Happy Father's Day weekends coming up, and then of course June 10th. That's on Monday. I don't know how. I'm guessing majority of the June 10th events is going to be on the weekend, so you get to work on Monday. Some may work, some may not, but mostly June 10th events will take place Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, so salute, man. Celebrate, man.
Yeah.
Check him out, Granddaddy Lo, on all the social media outlets. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Granddaddy Lo, Lo as in Shawty Lo.
Yeah.
You know, Granddaddy Lo, cowboy hat. Check
And
him out, man.
That's Granddaddy with 1 D in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So it's great to have this conversation with you, brother. I'm definitely enjoying the music, and I look forward to hearing more of you in the future. And just thank you for your time, man. Thank you for being on the show.
I appreciate you for having me, man. What's that scene like in Kentucky?
Man, we got some country girls here. You know, we got
I need it.
yeah, we got all, you know, it's we in the Southern fraternity. So whatever the Carolinas, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi have, us Kentuckians, we got it too. We got the horses, got the bourbon, we got all that, man. Got all those spots for sure.
I definitely need to make it up that way. We're over that way in my case.
Come on through, man, and we'll go on from there. Well, thank you, man, again for being on the show. Continued success, man, and thanks again for your time.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
You have a good night, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right, you too.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.
All right.